Bashir Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Spirit. And I want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, I'm the brother Zion, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to feed the sheep and the lambs of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And basically, I was scrolling through the news feeds, through RT, through certain news apps, something I can do a video on, and I found this. I thought this was pretty interesting because it lines up with a particular scripture, but I have a handful of scriptures here that I want to read out and filter it through this article, because if we filter everything through the scriptures, all right, once again, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. This is the brother Zion. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to feed the sheep and the lambs of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And this is from RT. All right. A lot of good information comes from RT. It's a pretty solid source. And it says, can America be saved? It would have to start with some truth-telling and unselfishness. So, not so much. And we all know that this is the land of lies and robbery. Okay, the last thing they want to do is tell you the truth about anything. All right, and last week we all know what happened down at the U.S. Capitol building, where you had Trump supporters basically storm the Capitol building, which it's all propaganda and BS, man. But like I said, at the same time, it's prophecy, because I did a video on it last week. Basically what you have, though, is America divided. Okay, America, Babylon the Great is completely divided. All right, and pretty soon, okay, don't be surprised if you see civil war on the soils of America. Okay, and I actually have the definition pulled up. It's a very simple definition. Okay, when you look up civil war, all right, a war between citizens of the same country. Okay, a war between citizens of the same country. Okay, so it's a very simple definition. Civil war is when you have war between citizens of the same country. Okay, so for America, you would have something, like Black Lives Matter, but then you would have these Trump supporters, two totally different parties, but they're against each other, and the BLM movement is a joke anyway. All right, we don't have anything to do with that as Israelites. But can America be saved is the question. And the question to that is, the answer is no, America's not going to be saved. Now, how do we know that? Through the Holy Scriptures. Okay, because there's no truth telling that's going to come out of America, Babylon the Great. All right, so let's read some of this. We're going to jump around in this article because some parts are just kind of not relevant to the lesson. But I'm going to jump to the relevant parts of the article, and then we'll get some scriptures, and Lord willing, you brothers are edified. So it says, for those who hadn't noticed, the obvious, the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol verified that America is at war against itself, long divorced from its principles of government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, so basically what they're saying is the regular eye can see that this place is completely against itself. All right, and it's going down. The scriptures even speak about uproars of the people. Okay, and that's what you see. You're seeing Matthew the 24th chapter, uproars of the people. All right. Excuse me, brothers. And then it goes into some stuff about Abraham Lincoln, which we don't have to read that. I'm going to jump to this particular paragraph here. At this moment of crisis, we get the usual crass opportunism. President-elect Joe Biden, the guy who vowed to heal and unify, which he's not going to heal and unify anything. Okay? Because he's going to do exactly what the Most High puts in his heart to do. The scriptures say the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, so he's not gonna come and bring healing and unification. See, he's talking about that peace doctrine, man, but the Lord is gonna bring destruction. It says President-elect Joe Biden, the guy who vowed to heal and unify, essentially blames the failure of police to defend the Capitol on racism. These are the same police who have protected him for nearly 5 decades. But Biden and other Democrats can't resist the chance to falsely slash at and exploit America's Achilles heel, the race weapon. And race is always going to be here in Babylon the Great because Jacob and Esau are the main 2 characters in this story. And America ultimately became the land of our captivity. Okay? That's what America is to you Israelites, the land of your captivity. Alright? And it plays a big part in prophecy. That's why it's the spirit that this article says, can America be saved? And we know the scripture that says it's not going to be saved or healed. It says, mainstream media outlets suddenly learn how to use words such as riot and domestic terrorism. And don't forget that the media is the middleman. Alright, the media stirs up things. The media is the one that throws out the lies. The media is the mouthpiece to these elites, okay? It says, and discover that violent protests aren't noble. They forget the talking points of last summer when BLM and Antifa rioters torched America's cities on false pretenses. They even helped lead the effort to hunt down the perpetrators and destroy their lives. They and their social media partners work in unison to further silence non-comforting voices and brand them as dangerous villains. Okay? And then they talk about Martin Luther King and all this stuff. And then you got this guy, Van Jones, who's a complete lost soul. Alright? You know, he was crying on CNN a couple months ago about something that took place. And you know what he had to say about the Capitol riots, so to speak. But going back to the title of the, so all of this, you know, they're basically telling you that what America is divided and it's domestic terrorism and, you know, it's against itself and how Biden is going to heal and unify. None of that's going to come to pass, man. The only thing that's going to come to pass is the prophecies written about in the Holy Scripture. So, and once again, all right, civil war between citizens of the same country. Okay, so don't be surprised if you start to see civil war. All right, now let's get to the scriptures. This is Jeremiah 51:9, or 51:8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Okay, so can America be saved? No, not according to the prophecy. Okay, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and even is lifted up even into the sky. So her judgment reacheth unto the heavens, man. This place judgment reacheth unto the heavens, meaning it has a heavy judgment promised for it. Okay? The Lord is going to destroy this place, man. The Lord have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. So the Lord's ultimate plan for this place is destruction. Okay, and we see this place being divided. We see that, you know, at the end of the day, it's really just a big joke, because they're staging a lot of these events, and you can see the terrible acting. You know, that one lady was supposedly got shot. That was terrible acting, man. You had cameras all around her, like it just looked completely staged. You know, but ultimately this place is a house divided, which let's get that real quick. A house divided, man. Matthew 12 and 26, it's a kingdom divided. And that's why you're going to see that civil war pretty soon, man. Matthew 12 and 26, it says, if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So if Satan be divided against Satan, okay, the Egyptians against the Egyptians, then how is his kingdom going to stand? Because ultimately this place is divided. You got the people against the government against the people. You got, people not wanting to take his jab. Everything is divided. Nothing's in unison here in America, Babylon the Great. Which, since I mentioned that, so let's read this one more time. Matthew 12 and 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Right. His kingdom's not going to be able to stand if he's divided. But what do they say? Like to say one nation under God. All right, which they completely took the Most High out of all the school systems, even though it wasn't the truth of the Most High. They completely took the God, okay, out of the school systems. They don't really, because they don't want you to have the fear of the Lord. They want you to trust in them. Okay, which cursed be the man who trusteth in man. Isaiah 19 and 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. America is the modern day Egypt. These people that you see walking around are a bunch of spiritual Egyptians, man. Because America, a lot of the customs of America, Babylon the Great, come from Egypt. A lot of these symbolisms, okay, so-called certain you got Egyptian obelisks all around America. We got one right here in our city. Okay, so you got the Egyptian obelisks, a lot of symbolism, okay, certain buildings, all right, the pyramid on the back of the dollar, symbolic for Egypt. So these people are a bunch of Egyptians, man, spiritually, because they're following after this place. They're wandering after the beast. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. City against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay? What was this? Okay? Complete division. Okay? And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Man. And I will give, and the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. Saith the Lord of hosts. Alright? Let's see right here. And I'm going to close up on, this is Job 21 and 30. Because ultimately, alright, the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. Job 21 and 30. The wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Okay? The wicked is reserved to the day of destruction, man. So no, America, Babylon the Great is not going to be healed or saved. Alright? It's reserved for judgment. The scriptures say her judgment reacheth unto the skies, man. Alright, so I just wanted to bring that out for you, brothers. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the elect. This is the brother Zion signing off. Shalom.